Hey everybody, Alex Kozora from SteelersDepot.com doing this video for Sports on Earth. And a much happier note today, and a critical one at that, as the Pittsburgh Steelers get a 19-13 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, a huge win after last week's disappointing loss to Jacksonville, to beat obviously a very talented Kansas City team that's so strong in all three phases. And Pittsburgh came out and dominated this one in the first half. They were able to survive the fourth quarter and second half surge of the Chiefs that you kind of knew was coming. Not a perfect game for the Steelers by any means. This game, obviously in theory on paper, should have been won by a much larger margin. It shouldn't have come down to a final drive stop that it did. But, when you're facing a really good Kansas City team, when you're on the road, you're playing in a loud stadium like Arrowhead, and when you're coming off that bad loss the Steelers were, I think you just take the win however you can get it. So, huge game from Pittsburgh. The biggest thing they did well was situational football. They were coming into today, or Sunday, they had a really bad red zone defense. I think the 26th worst red zone defense, which is very uncharacteristic of them. They finished in the top 10 each of the last two previous seasons, and the Chiefs had, I think, the fourth best red zone offense today. But Sunday they were 0-2, and that's such a critical stat. And the Steelers weren't perfect. I think they were 1-2, but it was good enough, and that's usually the margin of victory, is who's the better red zone team. The other key stat, third down, Pittsburgh's offense not great on third down, 4 of 11, but Kansas City was even worse, 3 of 11. Kansas City a really good third down team. Steelers' third down defense had not been great this year. That turned around in a big way today, so that's a critical stat as well. So you look at situational football, red zone, third down, that creates time of possession opportunities, which the Steelers dominated. And they just gave it to their workhorses, their playmakers. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown had 40 touches. Le'Veon Bell, 179 yards rushing. AB, 155. That ridiculous catch, again, proves why he's the best receiver in the league, bar none. I don't think there should even be a debate about it. But, if those guys get 40 touches in a game, odds are you're going to win any game where that scenario plays out, and that's what happened. So not the most perfect game by any means. Definitely some weird stuff going on with the, post-safety punt where the Chiefs were able to fall in the football and get a field goal out of it. But, again, going back to situational football, the sudden change moments of the Steelers defense did a really good job. Anytime it was a turnover, Steelers defense responded well. Off that, again, that recovery by the Chiefs early in the game, following the safety, only held to a field goal. So the defense responded in big situations. James Harrison, again, coming in clutch. He owns Eric Fisher, the Chiefs left tackle, so to get a sack that forced the fourth 18 and preserve the win. So a huge win for Pittsburgh. Righted the ship. Baltimore loses today. Steelers back in control of the AFC North. And the sky, for now at least, has been put back up after kind of falling last week. So big win. We'll keep following up with Steelers Depot throughout the week, so be sure to check us out there. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.